The universe is constantly reshaping itself. Only a few of us take notice. It's just like the black cat in the Matrix, the Mandela effect, and all of these strange occurrences, people going into parallel dimensions and things like that. It's imperative for the wise witch to pay attention to all of these anomalies. They speak to something greater, that there's something definitely going on in the space that we live in. How is it possible for half of the world almost to remember a man dying in prison just to find out he's walking around somewhere else? Now, some people call this group hypnosis, but when was the group together for that to transpire? Nobody conspired to believe that this man was dead and then all of a sudden to dupe other people. You didn't have someone in Texas talking with someone in London and saying, okay, tomorrow we're going to pretend as if Nelson Mandela died. No, this was an actual event. People remember seeing this on the news. I remember seeing it. I remember going to school the next day and the teacher talking about it. However, when the system somehow reset, all of a sudden people say, well, we were all mistaken. It must not have been true because he's right here. And instead of looking at the reality of the situation, a serious cognitive dissonance take place. Instead of acknowledging that the universe in which we live in is strange and it gets stranger by the day. We define this universe as magical. There are things here that just doesn't make sense scientifically or logically. Magic is our only recourse. And instead of really acknowledging this, we want to blend in with the group and say, well, we must have all been mistaken about the the Flintstones. We must have been mistaken about Looney Tunes. We must have been mistaken about the Berenstain Bears. It was just all a figment of all of our imaginations in a whole lot of different places. And we do this often because we don't want to be the ones out. We don't want to seem strange. And whoever or whatever is manipulating this place has a great advantage because so many of us have groupthink and herd mentality. And instead of standing up for what we truly believe in and looking at the truth and holding to the truth of our own experiences, we go into a shared illusion and say, well, that must not have happened because everybody else says that it didn't happen. It's strange too because they'll say the ones that remember Nelson dying, we're the ones that were mistaken. Well, everybody else that don't remember him dying, they were the ones who were correct. Wow. So why couldn't it be that we had the real truth of the history and somehow the universe reshaped it? And the future ones, they were the ones that were incorrect. Or how about this? Why can both groups be right? After all, when we study the double slit experiment, where particles go through one hole or the other, go through neither, go through both, and when you really look at this, reality can be stranger than what we've been taught it could be. As a witch, we must understand this and harness this, especially those of us who are wooish. We are not normal. We don't think in normal patterns, and we will not let them tell us we didn't experience something we know we have experienced. So I say to you guys, pay attention. Look at what's going on. Leave yourself notes. Pay attention of how this matrix reshapes itself And while we're paying attention to that, we can learn to manipulate the reshaping patterns to benefit ourselves. It's just something to think about. This is Abiyah. Until next time, blessed be.